Hi guys, and welcome to HSN. I'm Suzanne Runyon. Now we're going to dive into one of the most famous brands in the entire world. It's Birkenstock. Do you know they've been around since and I wrote it down because it's a pretty phenomenal number, 1774. Wow, and have they made one of the most iconic shoe lines in the world? They really have. We've got all of you who are Birkie fans, and if you're not, this is a great place to buy it, and here's why. In this hour, every single shoe I'm gonna offer you has 5 flex pays, and every single shoe has free shipping. Yay! So we're your source to buy your famous Birkenstocks. All right, I'm going to give you a peek at a couple items coming up. I want you to see this one. And the lovely Lisa is now rejoined me for our Birkie Hour, which is one of the most comfortable hours, Lisa, you will ever do on HSN. But what are we talking about? This is called our Catalina. It's the graceful slide sandal. The Catalina is just an amazing, amazing comfort shoe. What we're doing is, again, 5 flex and free shipping. Certainly you can buy Birkenstock in all the important stores. You can even go to a Birkenstock shop if you want to, but they're not going to give you free shipping, and they sure are not going to do 5 flex pays. So hey, give us a little now, pay the rest off in 5 months. No, they don't do it at the stores. That's why so many of you shop with us. I've got some great colors coming up in that one as well. Plus, just so you'll know, we have several brand new designs, and we have some great classics that will be back in the show tonight. So stick around, we'll get to all that in just a little bit. All right, the first pair I decided to wear, because first and foremost, this is one of the classic silhouettes in the Birkenstock. But a lot of times with Birkenstock, how do you do the summer version of it, right? Well, that's when you use the EVA. What does that mean? Take everything we love about a Birkenstock, but make it weather, sand, muck, wind, I don't know, soggy grass friendly, and do it in a really, really lightweight EVA. How cute is this design? So whether you're going to the swimming pool or the lake or the beach, or you get wet or you fall into a puddle or whatever happens in your life, these are going to be able to take it, but you get that amazing footbed that we love. Now there are 3 colors in this one, okay? So we start out with the classic black. That's the pair I have on right now. Check out the next color. Oh my gosh, if you love, look what they did on the buckle. How funky and fun. This is actually a transparent buckle in kind of a taupey color or a gold color. This one's called fondant. No, this one's called eggshell. Ooh, great shot, thank you. How fun is that? That's the first time I've ever seen them do a buckle like this. And then finally, I beg of you to get this next color. I just hope it sells out, because talk about bringing a happy smile to your face every time you wear it. If you were rolling past me, I would stop and want to get to know you if you were wearing this one. And this is called the fondant pink. Think of fondant they use, you know, on cakes. Isn't that fun? And by the way, of course, it's actually the most limited. All right, is Miss Amy West ready to join me today? Hi, Amy West. It's so good to see you again. My goodness, I'm so lucky we've spent 2 days together.
I know, 2 days in a row. So happy to be back. And of course, as you mentioned, celebrating over 250 years of tradition. We love Birkenstock, and so we have a full hour of really great finds for you. Maybe this is your first time exploring Birkenstock, getting to know us. We have some great gems for you and a little bit of history lesson while we're at it.
We got a lot to get into. Okay, so I want to talk sizing, and we'll do this multiple times throughout the show, because I'd like to explain that right off the top, and then I want to jump into how incredible the EVA creations are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So all of our sizing is whole sizing. So if you're a half size, you are just going to round down. So if you're a 9.5, get a 9. If you're a 5.5, get a 5. And I've never had a person that has any kind of problem with that. Always order true to size in that way. If you're used to Birkenstock, you may know out in the marketplace that they generally are European sizing. We have done all that math for you on our website. So just go true to size, look for your size, and then that's the one that you're going to order.
Okay, great. And in between the sizes, we start at 5 and we go up to 10. So again, if you're a half sizer, you recommend to go down a size.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're 9.5, don't go up to a 10. You're going to go down to a 9.
Okay, perfect. All right, the Arizona. Let's talk about the history of the Arizona, why people love it, and then why everybody goes crazy when we show EVA in this version.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Arizona is celebrating over 50 years as a silhouette here with Birkenstock. And it's pretty amazing when you think about Birkenstock, you think about the icon that it is. What silhouette do you think of? You usually think about the Arizona. And that's because when it came across the ocean from Europe to America, it was in the 60s, and the Arizona was so popular. It was all kind of during the hippie movement. Lots of people were walking on their feet, going to music festivals, and it really became a very popular shoe because of how comfortable it is. So the Arizona has been a silhouette that we've kept throughout the lifetime of the brand. And what's amazing is that now we have the EVA offering so that it's completely waterproof. You don't have to worry about that water getting in and affecting the footbed or, you know, causing it to have a shorter lifespan. It really is in this way meant to get into the water. So if you want to walk through the surf or you get splashed by the pool, you don't have to worry about all the leather and everything that's involved in it, because this EVA is really meant for water.
Look at this beautiful girl who just showed up. What's your name?
Joyce.
Joyce, what's lovely to meet you.
Thank you, same
Hi,
here.
I'm glad you're here. Okay, look, Joyce, I had to put the pink ones on. How fun are these? Like this thing, I think birthday cake, I think a cupcake, or I just want to smash my face into the top of all the frosting. This is the pink fondant, y'all. I hope you treat yourself to it. And you are wearing, Joyce, this is the eggplant, what are we calling this one? Eggshell. Right? Eggshell is what you have on. Okay, so let's talk EVA, Miss Amy, and really talk about why people fall in love with this, I'm gonna call it fabric. It's not fabric, but this material.
Yeah, EVA is a moldable foam. It's very popular in the marketplace. We've seen it already in Birkenstocks because that's what our outsole is made of in our traditional Birkenstock. So what's cool about it, this is all from one piece of foam that they mold into the shoe. I also really love the fact that the straps are functional, but we're getting a nice view right here of the DNA of our brand that never changes, which is that contoured footbed. So it all starts with that deep heel cup. I call it the Lego effect. When you slide your feet in there, everything just kind of locks into place because it really does mirror the bottom of your foot and gives you that support that you want. You have that great arch support that supports not just one, all four arches of your feet. That's right, you have four arches in each foot. And then you have that big wide toe box so that your toes can stretch out. You have that proper alignment and balance that you need. And then there's a raised toe bar, and that raised toe bar really gives you a little bit more traction, more circulation, something for your toes to grip onto. So in this way, you're getting all the proper support that you need. And we love the EVA because it is incredibly lightweight. It floats. It's easy to pack. You can kind of just smush those straps down. And this is actually the shoe that I wore all around Europe a couple weeks ago when I toured Italy with my mom, because it was so lightweight, easy to pack. I knew if we got caught in a rain shower, it wouldn't bother me. And I knew I would have that proper support all day long, plus great traction, because I was walking over slippery cobblestones and I really needed that support, but I wanted a shoe that was going to be very, you know, lightweight and supportive.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I could have used it. I was in Croatia, and all there is steps up and more steps up. I never went down steps. It was always just up steps. So you definitely want that great grip.
Always up,
yes. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Love Europe. All right, so the fondant pink you guys have gone crazed over. I really hope you get it. It just reminds me of a happy birthday cake. I don't know, or a cupcake full of sprinkles. It's just something really cool about it. That's still available. We have the eggshell, which you saw Joyce in, and then of course I'm wearing the black, which is obviously a classic. This is, if you're a fan of Birkenstock, you typically don't want to wear the traditional Birkenstock in bad weather. You're not going to wear them necessarily, you know, in a puddle, walking the dog on a dewy morning. You don't want to get a traditional Birkenstock really wet. The EVA is the way to get that famous comfortable footbed and get them wet. You can beat them up. They're also great shower shoes. Like if you're going to go work out and take a shower, you just wear those into a yoga class or gym, and then you go shower, and you want to wear them in the shower. It is perfect for that. All right, we got to move on because we have a ton to get to. This one's kind of quick. We got about 4 minutes. I'm going to go colors first, and then of course I'm going to let Aim break it down. We're starting right here. Oh my gosh. Don't get me on my teal soapbox. This teal is fabulous. It's a pearlized teal with gold metal buckles. I love that. Then, oh, this is the tough one, guys. I don't know which one you're gonna pick. It's hard. This is the pearl color, so off-white with the gold buckles. And then finally, this one's called licorice. So this is the licorice. And by the way, if you want the pearl color, there's only 250. So 250 left here. And then you have your licorice as, oh, last two. Oh, these are almost gone. So last 200 here. Again, why do we love shopping with HSN? The store's not giving you 5 flex. It's It's a major credit card. You're going to spread your payments out over 5 months, get it right away, and you have free shipping, so you're saving a lot. In this case, you can get these home for $26 during the show while we have that available. All right, sizes once again, we're going to go 5 this time. Amy, it says through 11. I just want to confirm that. Is that true?
I believe that it is. Yeah, if that's what was on the website, then we do. I know we do make that size, so it all depends on if it gets ordered or not for the market. But yes, absolutely, they can go all the way up into size 11.
Oh, perfect.
Again, you're always going to go with your whole size. So if you are 9.5, get that 9. If you're 5.5, get the 5.
Perfect. I love it. All right, so again, let's talk about the footbed because obviously it's different than the EVA. Same shape, but different materials.
Yes. This is that traditional Birkenstock with our traditional footbed. What you're looking at right there is that cork and latex center, and this still has that great contour that you know and love that we just showed off on the EVA. The difference is that this is actually going to mold to your foot when you wear it. So Suzanne was just pointing at that nice deep heel cup that you see. You can even see that raised arch support. That's a great shot that shows the raised arch support, that wide toe box, and then that raised toe bar. And what's going to happen the first couple days that you get these in, you want to just wear them for a couple hours. It's a very firm contoured footbed when you first get it. The more you wear it and walk around in it, the heat of your body and the weight distributed across the contoured footbed is going to cause it to mold to your foot and create a custom experience for you. Each and individual foot that you have will have its own experience. And for that reason, I always tell people, this is my permission to you to not ever let anyone steal your Birkenstocks or borrow them. So my girls, I always use this as the example because I have 2 girls, one's 15. Yeah, and they like, you know, the convenience of a slide. You just slide in it and go. They steal my water, they steal my sandwiches. Of course, they're gonna steal my Birkenstocks. You don't want them to do that because it will compromise that molding to your individual foot. So this is my permission to you to be selfish with your Birkenstocks.
And don't you find, Amy, that is the reasons why there are millions and millions and millions of fans of Birkenstock around the world who have multiple pairs and swear by them and don't wear anything else. I've seen women in the dead of winter with wool socks on wearing their Birkenstock Arizona sandals. Like, you're like, are you kidding me? It's like wintertime. But that's when you start wearing these and your foot starts to conform, you almost don't want to wear other shoes. It's such a unique experience.
It's true. You know, I had the pleasure of introducing my stepmom to her first pair of Birkenstocks, and she just sent me a picture the other day with them on and said, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with these. This is all I wear because they mold to your foot and give you that custom experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's true. It's exactly what happens. That's why it's so famous and obviously why it's been a successful brand for so many years. All right. Again, free shipping, 5 flex. The most popular color, what are we doing? I think it's the taupe. Is it the taupe? Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so please get the pink, the fun pink first one, and maybe throw the taupe one in your cart. It's really good. All right, guys. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this kind of made me mad. Yes, as hosts, we get mad. Oh, you know, we're hosts. Anyway, we're a fussy group. But here's why I'm mad about it. The clogs are really fun. We don't offer Birkenstock clogs very often. To be honest with you, I've done a million of these shows, and quite frankly, we don't. But what's really cool is a clog that's EVA. So remember, the first shoe I had is that lightweight EVA that you can splash, have fun in. We all love a mule, right? You love a mule. It's slip-on ease, covers up your toes, which is great. But it's usually going to be clunky and not in EVA. This is the EVA version. How fun is that? So whether you're gardening, walking the dog, going to the beach, going to the lake, the pool, whatever your life takes you, you're going to go in such fun style with that. Now, we have less than 700 total. That is actually, and yeah, that's between 5 different colors. I'm only seeing 3 colors on the screen. Is there really 5? There's a few more? Oh, okay, we got fashion colors too. Oh, fabulous. Okay, there you go. So look at the price on this, guys. This is the most affordable Birkenstock in the entire show. So if you love slip-on ease, if you love the mule style, if you want EVA, which is fearless, you know, you can really live your life in that, then I just want to make sure you got a peek at those. And again, today, while we're in the show, 5 flex and free shipping. Okie dokie, now we have to move on because we have another great show. Yeah, my producer just said, who said we weren't going to talk about it? Oh yeah, let's just, I love breaking the rules. I always say once we get to live television, they kind of can't do anything much about it. All right, except yellows afterwards, but you know, we'll take it. All right, next up, I've got great colors in this next set, and it looks like I am missing one of my colors on my card, so you guys are gonna have to help me on this one. We start off, this is called the Birko Floor Slide Sandal. We're at $135, that's our HSN deal price, again, 5 flex and free shipping. Actually, do I have, oh, I'm on the wrong one. Oh, I apologize, guys, I think I'm okay. All right, they must have pulled that one. All right, got it. All right, so this is $135, and this is our nubuck platform sandal, which is really fun because everybody loves a little height, but you still want the Birkenstock comfort. On my end, this is what's called the pecan, so it's that great pecan color. Perfectly appropriate. Right here, this is going to be the most neutral. I love this. This is called a sandcastle and very, very much like a light taupe. And if I get a chance, I'll get on my taupe soapbox. Right beside that, a little bit darker, is called the dark tea. And there's the last 200 available there. And then finally at the end, we did a sage, but how pretty, a light sage, and there's less than 100 in the sage. All right, sizes on this one goes 5 and it'll go up to size 11. So this is kind of cool because now we take the Birkenstock and we're gonna give everybody a little lift on it.
Yes, exactly. So I get a lot of questions when people see the Papilio name because they think, is that still Birkenstock? It absolutely is. It even says it on the inside of the footbed. It says Papilio by Birkenstock. This is where we have a little fun with height, with fashion, with playing with some of the silhouettes and giving you some different alternatives. It's super fun, but it's a great platform. So I always give this example. I have arthritis in my big toe, so I thought that for the longest time that my days of wearing heels were over. But Birkenstock has given us a solution, and they've given it to us in this really gentle platform that we have. So at the base of the heel, it's going to be about 1.5 inches, and then down here at your toes, it's more like a half an inch to an inch. So it's a very subtle slope when it goes up, so it's not putting pressure on your joints. It's really allowing you to have that proper alignment, and you're still getting the DNA of our brand, which is that contoured footbed. So that deep heel cup, that great arch support, that nice wide toe box, and again, that raised toe bar. And remember, the more you wear it, the more it is going to mold to your individual foot, giving you that customized experience. So all my ladies out there who like a little bit of height, maybe you're height challenged, or you just like the way that they look on your feet or how they make you stand, this is your solution. And in the quality materials that Birkenstock is known for, by the way, we are still made in Germany to this day, so you're going to get all the great quality that you know and love. Look at that great outsole. We have a nice shot there. So you have plenty of grip. You have that classic Birkenstock look with the cork and latex center. You have that beautiful buckle, and this is that true leather strap. So it's going to get better and better with time and character. And there's a reason why there are people who have up to 90 pair or more of Birkenstock in their wardrobe. I love looking at our reviews and seeing how many people have, because they last and last. So you keep collecting them, but they don't necessarily wear out or go out of style. And what's great is that, you know, every single time you slip into it, it's giving you that customized support specifically for your feet.
And just like fine wine and women, we get better with age, for gosh sakes. I mean, it really is.
That's right.
It's so great because when you get into the world of Birkenstock, honest to goodness, it'll crack you up. You'll go, oh, I'm going to wear a different sandal today. And then you'll go, oh, whoa. These feel so weird on my feet. Then you go, oh, I'm going to go back to my Birkenstock. And again, to your point, Aim, that's why people have, it's not unusual to have, you know, 10, 15, 20, 99 pairs. Like, it sounds extreme. But when I see women in the dead of winter wearing wool socks with their Arizona Birkenstocks, you know something has to be right. The other nice thing I love, and Joyce is showing you on this, is it's a little more elegant. I think with that little bit of a platform, it's just a little more feminine. You know, it's a little more elegant. To me, it feels a little dressier. And again, just gives you height without the pain of typical high-heeled shoe. You know, you just get really incredible and actually unprecedented comfort when you're wearing Birkenstock. And Aim, I know you mentioned it, but real quick, remember, it's got to have a little break-in. Like, it's fine, you can wear them, but your feet and your body, quite frankly, it actually has to get used to it. Because the way that Birkenstock, and well, Aim, why don't you explain what happens to the rest of your body when you place yourself into a Birkenstock?
Oh my gosh, well, it all is about that proper alignment. And Birkenstock, at our core, we are a health and wellness brand. So we really want you to have that proper alignment, better circulation for your entire body. And I always tell people, when I wear heels, which I still will force myself into a heel from time to time, I pay for it the next day because my body's in different alignment, my feet hurt, my joints hurt. I just feel weird because I have to compensate for the pain that it's putting my feet through. When you put a Birkenstock on, everything is designed to support you in the proper way, to customize to your individual foot. And the ripple effects of that are that you have better alignment, you have better posture, and that really does contribute to your overall health and wellness over time. This is a shoe you feel comfortable in all day, that supports your feet. Your feet aren't throbbing, they feel comfortable, they feel like just incredible. And that, to me, transfers to the rest of your body too.
And here's an analogy for you. I crave chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate, right? Your feet will crave Birkenstock. It seriously is going to happen to you.
Yes.
Really, you'll just be like, what is going on? And obviously, if you're a Birkie fan, you know what I'm talking about. All right, colors real quick. This is going to be your pecan. This is the sandcastle. I could talk about my taupe all day long. Grab taupe. It's the most universally flattering and easy to wear color. This is dark tea, and then the last one's going to be sage. I know the sage and the... I think the taupe. Oh, the dark tea. These two are the most limited. There's only 100 now left in each of these. Okay, I'm gonna scooch you over here because I'm gonna model a little bit. I gotta do my model walk. Oh no, you gotta see my model walk. You ready?
Work it.
Then I gotta do it.
Stop.
My producer said a little more thriller, a little less model.
Yeah.
That was really thriller-like, wasn't it? What is it? Fosse, yeah. Ah. All right, on that note, let's talk about my pants. That was a crazy segue into my pants. All right, so interestingly enough, we have a lot of great designers here on HSN. And one of the greatest way to show off your Birkies is to wear a pants that really shows them off. And I think these are adorable. These are from Nina Leonard. I literally wore my own black pair of Nina Leonard pants into the studio today, and then I switched into these. And I gotta tell you, I don't know what Kate's doing, but they are some of the most comfortable and cute dress pants that I wear. So look, this is so fun. Zippers on the side, you got the little buttons right here. You can tuck in, do whatever you want. Great leg length on these, right at the ankle, stretches like crazy, but it gives you a really nice, neater, formal pant and unbelievable comfort. I could literally be curled up on the couch, you know, sipping a drink right now, and I could still be wearing these. And by the way, elastic waist without that bunchy waist. So if you would like them, there's the item number. What you do is you shop our host closet, go to hsn.com, just type in host closet, and we'll take you to the outfits that we're wearing here on the air. All right, now it's time to move on to my next one. And this is the Catalina. All right, we're gonna move on to Catalina. Again, 5 flex, free shipping all over the place. I gave you guys a peek at this one too. This is available in 3 different colors, and this is one of those that I'm actually going to slip on. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much, because it is an updated classic. So when you see Birkenstock, they have a couple of them that are seriously classic designs. And then what they do is they actually update some of those designs to give you a little bit different look and flavor, and this is one of those. The colors that you're seeing right there, that is that gorgeous taupe. I have to tell you, I'm in love with that. Update, only 300 available, and it has gold hardware on it, so you have a gold buckle. We'll get into all this in just a sec, but this is that taupe. If you do not have a pair of taupe shoes, you literally don't know what you're missing. To me, taupe is one of the easiest colors to wear with literally anything in your wardrobe. And this has got a really nice little pearlized sheen to it. The middle one, look how pretty. This is called our pearl white. So again, think of a beautiful pearl necklace. You know, it has hints of little pinks in it, some greens in it as well. That's that color, and fewer than 300. And then finally, the one that I throw on, this is called the licorice. It's been a color in the line for a very long time, and I have only 400 there. Your sizes are 5 to 11 once again in this design. All right, Miss Amy, so, you know, we talk about some classics. I really love how they've updated the strap on the front on this one.
I know, isn't it gorgeous? To me, it almost has an architectural quality to it. It's definitely giving very minimalist European sophistication, which of course goes hand in hand with the Birkenstock. brand and being a European brand. So very lovely. I love the big gold buckle on here. All three of them are sporting that beautiful gold buckle. It's a little bit more of a rectangle than a square, and just a lovely, lovely shape. Easy one-strap slide. We love the convenience of a slide, and they are never going out of style, of course. And again, you have the DNA of our brand, which is that contoured footbed. That's a great shot of the Birkenstock logo and also of that cork in the middle. And you know, Suzanne, earlier you were talking a little bit about how we as women age like fine wine, and so do Birkenstocks. Well, there's a little bit more we have in common with wine as well, and that's where our cork comes from. So yeah. I love the story of our cork, because cork trees, you harvest them, I believe it's every 7 to 10 years. It's just the bark that you take off. We don't have to cut down a tree for it. But the first place that the cork actually goes is to making corks for wine. So I think that's really cool. We actually take the used corks, grind them up, and that goes into the corks that we make our shoes with. So when you are enjoying wearing your Birkenstocks and you're having a little glass of wine, it's kind of like a full circle moment.
Yeah, I love that too, you know, and yet going back to a traditional footbed that's been around since 1774. Here's the thing, if you've ever thought, what's the big deal about a Birkenstock, we're the place to try. You got 30 days, you can wear them up a storm. If you don't love them, send them back. But find out why it has one of the longest histories of shoemakers in the world. There's got to be some magic, because we know there's a lot of competition for shoes out there. There's got to be something genuinely different and genuinely great. If a shoe has been around since 1774, that speaks volumes to me, and why there's legions of absolute fans for this brand. And I love, with our 5 Flex and the free shipping, we're the affordable way, the easier way to get into Birkenstocks. If you go to the store, probably 120, even maybe more, but they're not going to give you the 5 Flex, and they're not going to give you the free shipping. So it's a great way to add to your collection. Yeah, let's talk a little history if you don't mind. Actually, you're a little bit older than that right now, but we stopped at 2023.
Yeah, we did. We said once you get this old, you just start rounding up, right? So over 250 years, since 1774, that's when our very first shoemaker was registered, Johann Birkenstock. And over time, his grandkids eventually formed the very first insert. In 1902, they developed the contoured arch support to go into shoes. And then following that, 60 years later almost, they developed the actual first Birkenstock, which was not the Arizona, it was the Madrid, another really great single strap slide. And the Madrid is celebrating over 60 years now. And then of course, Americans are more familiar with the Arizona because it crossed the ocean around 1963 to get here into America. The Arizona's become very popular after that, and the rest is history. But you know what's amazing is that since that very first shoe, the Madrid, they have not changed that contoured footbed. They have not changed the way that it's made up. We have not changed so many iconic silhouettes, because it is that iconic. If it's not broken, don't fix it, right? Like, it is that good that they haven't had to make improvements on it. What we have added are some additional silhouettes, some really great uppers, and also our EVA products.
And also, just when you see this one, like this is the one I'm wearing, understand the way they angle on that diagonal, the sides, it helps keep your foot in the shoe better. So sometimes I know you worry, oh, I gotta have a strap in the back and all that. With this, you don't. This really gives you a lot of security with that back strap. And by the way, all the buckles are adjustable. So if you need to be looser or tighter, you can do that. All right, wrapping up. We have a lot to get to. So we're gonna wrap up on that one and keep moving on. All right, the next one up is, it is a, let's see, I wanna make sure I got my right thing. Okie dokie. Again, this is the Gizeh. Now, the Gizeh is a very, very, very famous footbed as well, or actually style. Now, I have a couple different colors in the Gizeh. In fact, I have a lot of colors to choose from. So I'm going to start on my end and give them all to you. Here we go. There's a bunch of choices in this. All right, so on this end right here, this is going to be just your classic black. Now, I'll show you the difference. We talked a lot about licorice. In fact, it's coming up. Licorice has a little bit of sheen to it. Black, when you hear black in Birkenstock, it is a matte black. So there's something super cool about the whole matte look. You ever seen a matte black car? Yeah, it's pretty interesting. All right, then beside that one, this is going to be our silver. There's only 150 left in the Gizeh here. Then we have a really awesome, beautiful white. After that, this is an onyx. Now, again, I'll put the black to the onyx. The onyx is more like a hematite. Think a little bit of a gray tone there. And boy, it's almost gone. There's only 100 left in the onyx. Now, right beside that one is going to be our antique lace. And again, here's white, which is bright white, versus antique lace, which is pearlized and just a little bit softer. This one I know very well. This is licorice. Again, here's your compare. That is the matte black there, and then there's your licorice, a little bit more texture and shine. Ooh, I would be all over this one. It's the first time we're seeing this color in the show, and we're calling that one the gold brown. Oh, of course, there's only 150. Ooh, I love that one. That's a goodie. And then finally, the last one's called mocha. So think of just a beautiful mocha coffee. All right, Amy, now tell us a little bit about the Gizeh. How was it developed and why was it developed?
Yes, the Gizeh is also one of our iconic silhouettes. This one's celebrating over 40 years. And this is just your ultimate thong styling. We love that nice high strap over your instep. What's very cool about this thong styling, though, is different than most that you would see out there. We actually have a tapered toe post, so it slides very easily in between your toes. It's not a cylinder like a lot of them are that cause discomfort in between your toes because the shape isn't natural. So this tapered toe post is really great in between the toes, giving you a more comfortable option. And then again, you have everything you know and love from the Birkenstock with that contoured footbed. It's a deep heel cup, that wonderful arch support, supporting all four arches of the foot, that nice wide toe box so your toes can stretch out, and that raised toe bar, which gives you more gripping motion. And I know, Suzanne, you were talking about that last silhouette saying, you know, the shape of the strap keeps it on your foot, but also I love that that raised toe bar also helps keep it on your foot because you have that natural gripping motion. It's kind of gripping the shoe and like keeps it on your foot a little bit better, and also keeps it from kind of like smacking the floor as much like a lot of slides will do. So all of this keeps it very secure on the foot. And remember, there is a little break-in process. We can talk about that again. This is a very firm contoured footbed when you get it. A lot of people are used to more of a cushioned footbed. So there's no cushion in this, but what happens is that as you wear it, it's going to mold to your foot, rise up to all those individual curves and angles of your individual foot. And then when you slide into it, you don't even need softness because it's literally supporting you on every edge of your foot. You have that great sock, the suede sock lining, which is super soft up against your skin, also helps keep your foot dry. And everything is designed to kind of mimic that footprints in the sand, right? You know, when you're walking in the sand and it rises up to support your feet, that's what a Birkenstock is doing.
Yeah, and again, like I said, once you get used to it, it's very hard to wear other shoes. You'll be like, oh, I'm gonna throw on this other sandal. I haven't worn it in a couple of weeks. You're like, oh, whoa, what's going on? And it's funny because you will feel the effect not only on your toes, all the way through your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your back. Like it really is a very, very different experience. And once you get that customized fit, it's, again, extremely difficult to wear other shoes after that. That's why people get so many different versions. All right, got a whole host of colors in this. This is the only one I think in the show that has the little toe bar. And again, I'm really sensitive about toe bars. They drive me crazy, but not with the Birkenstock. So if that's a problem you might have, you're not gonna have it with this. All right, let's move on. All right, now we got another one for you. This is the toe loop comfort sandal. Little different than we just talked about. And I have a whole lot of choices in this one as well. Once again, your sizing is 5 through 11. If you're just kind of channel surfing, maybe you're not familiar with the line, remember you're gonna go down a size if you're a half size. So go down a size if you happen to be a half size. Okay, so this one's fun. We're just gonna take a whole different look. I think this is very sporty looking. I think it's a really fun look. I love it with the dress that Lisa's wearing. How cute with the little denim jacket. We got the hat going. Birkenstock can go a lot of places in your life, okay? It's not just when you're just super relaxed. You can really, nowadays, wear Birkenstock virtually to anything and anywhere. Let me do the colors real quick, and then Amy will kind of tell us what makes this different from the last one we just saw. All right, on this end, again, really pretty. This is called that antique. It's a little bit of a soft white, has a little bit of a pearlized finish on it. So if you like a little shine, that's great. And I love that little kind of coppered color a little buckle. Beside that, classic black. So this is great black. Now remember, that's the matte black, and there's only 400 left here. Right beside it is the licorice, which got a little bit more sheen to the leather. Right beside that is going to be your white. This is more of a classic white, and there's only a couple hundred left here. Well, that's a bummer. All right, beside that is going to be the mocha. Now watch carefully, because right beside that, this is called stone. I would call the stone a little bit grayer and the mocha a little bit more of a warmer brown. Now, right beside that one, this is called our graceful taupe. That's a pretty color, so graceful taupe. Right there, little pearlized look to it. Love the copper accents. And then finally, our last one's called sandcastle. Oh, there's only 150. And again, back to my taupe story. Goodness, if you don't have a taupe shoe, try it. It literally will match everything in your wardrobe. Everybody thinks they always need black or white shoes. It's actually taupe is the kind of miracle middle shoe. You can take it to any color in your closet and go like this and walk along, and it'll match it. So I really hope you'll try a taupe shoe. It really does change everything. It's pretty amazing. All right, so Amy, obviously this one's a little bit different than the last one we saw. What's your favorite feature on this new top of the design?
Oh, I love the Mayari. This is actually my favorite silhouette, and it's the one that I'm wearing today also. I love the toe loop design on this. It almost kind of gives you a little bit of feeling of jewelry on your feet, having almost like a little toe ring. But these straps cross over, ultra comfortable in between your toes. I just wanted to show off that underneath these straps, we actually have a really lovely, incredibly soft felt. So when I talk about break-in, you never have to break the straps in. They always feel comfy against your skin, but that nice soft felt underneath, just up against your skin, feels incredible, and you hardly feel this between your toes at all. I kind of like that it just has this very timeless appeal, almost a nod to a gladiator, but it's still the convenience of that slide. You have that nice high strap at the top going across the instep of the foot, and then the strap that comes diagonal across your toes. So nothing is tight, restrictive, any of that. Of course, when you get it, go ahead and adjust those straps to your comfort level, and then you just have the process of waiting for it to mold to your feet. So the more you wear it, the more comfortable it gets, the more it molds to your feet and gives you that customized experience.
Which is lovely. Okay, I would love it too, guys. Do we have the breakdown of the footbed, all the layers? Because, Aim, I'd really like you to go through that again, because obviously this is what is the core essence of the entire line.
Yes, absolutely. We should talk about the layers, because we start with that great EVA outsole. So at the beginning of the hour, we showed one of our EVA silhouettes. We've been working with EVA for a long time because we use it for our outsoles and give you that great signature grip. The next layer that we have is a layer of jute. That kind of holds everything together. Then we have that cork and latex center, which both cork and latex, these are coming from trees. This is a natural product. Then you have a layer of jute, and then that suede sock lining that goes on top, keeps your feet nice and dry. It's a signature tactile feel. For me, when I slip into a Birkenstock and I feel that suede sock lining, I'm like, oh, comfort awaits. And again, so that cork and latex heats up with your body as you wear it, giving you that custom experience as your body kind of melts that cork and latex with the heat and the distribution of your weight. You will find that it starts to create little patterns in that footbed that are the exact mirror replica of the bottom of your feet, supporting you and allowing you comfort for all day wear.
All day wear. And again, just like a fine wine and women in general, we get better with age, and so does your Birkenstock. It truly does. What a fun day to be able to get a new design. Maybe you haven't tried before. This is a great example. A lot of people out of Arizona, you might have the Gizeh. You might not have tried this. It's been around for a while, but still, it's just a fresher update to a Birkenstock. I think it also is a little more feminine, and you do get really great coverage without covering your whole foot. So if it's hot where you live, this is kind of a nice design. It gives you a lot of support and a lot of coverage, but you don't have a lot of leather kind of smothering your foot when you're wearing it. All right, a whole host of colors are available, so check them out on hsn.com. All right, now you ready? We are going to now talk about, hang on one second. There we go. The Arizona Platform Birko Floor Sandal. This one's really fun. And we were talking about the platforms. This, to me, is the groovier sister of Birkenstock. Like, let's have some fun. Let's get a little hype. Let's be a little funkier. But Please, Lord, give us everything we love about Birkenstock. And this is it. How cute is this one? I think this is super youthful. We know we've got kids and, you know, girls are 12 years, well, girls and guys wear Birkenstock too, but, you know, they're teens all the way up through their 90s who all love Birkenstock. And I think, again, that's a really great compliment to how brilliant the design is, because you've got such a wide range of both men, women, young, middle, old, all wearing them. So what an awesome day to discover what kind of the fun is about wearing a Birkenstock, and I think this is a really cool design. All right, right here, your first color, this is going to be your white, very classic. It's a crisp white, right? Even love the cool white metal hardware, love the white bottom. I mean, that's just screaming, take me to a wedding and dance the night away if I'm a bride. Yeah, I would say it's the dancing shoes, right? Yeah, I totally agree. Or take me on that yacht I know you're gonna buy me or invite me on, and I'm wearing these. Okay, I think a different way. The next color is gonna be your classic black, and again, that's gonna be that really sleek matte black. Right beside that one is the mocha, and then finally on the end here, we have the eggshell. Once again, for sizing, in this one, we start at 5, go to 11. If you're a half size, you just wanna go down a size and you're going to be a-okay. But you know what, Aim? I do want you to address that real quickly, because how do you know you've got the right size in a Birkenstock?
That's a great question, Suzanne. So when you put your foot into the Birkenstock, you want to make sure that your heel sits right in that heel cup. It's not overflowing the contoured footbed over the edges of it. And your toes need to stay right within that wide toe box. You don't want them to be falling over. You want to make sure that your toes are actually laying over the raised toe bar and that everything just locks into place. If you find that you're feeling your heel on the edge of the shoe, not a good fit. If it's on the edge of the top of the contoured footbed around the toes, not a good fit. It needs to stay inside the contoured footbed. So again, if you're a half size, a 9.5, you're gonna go down to a 9. If you're a 7.5, go down to a 7. It's pretty simple. And again, I've never found anyone who it didn't fit true to size. The only time that ever happens is if we have a shearling on the inside, and that's in the winter, and that's not appropriate. You know, that's not valid for this time. So this is that great Arizona silhouette. We love it. We're giving you a platform. This is a new and improved platform though. You're getting a full inch platform, and instead of feeling like you're walking around on a brick, we've actually instituted these flex grooves on the outsole. So you can see if you turn it over there. Yeah. So that helps it flex a little bit more when you're stepping. We also have a bit of more of a rounded toe. So when you're walking, it makes a natural walking motion. And then we have a wider heel base. So what that does is it keeps you from rolling an ankle, right? How many times have you worn a wedge or a platform and you accidentally roll that ankle? That extra wide toe base is going to keep you from doing that. So this platform really is a step up from a traditional platform, and that it's giving you a lot more natural movement. And then of course you get that iconic classic Arizona style with over 50 years of tradition in the Birkenstock family. Beautiful. I love this eggshell. It's such a lovely new color that we're offering. It really is a matter of just deciding which one is your favorite, but these are really cool. They're really funky and they're really fresh. And for my height challenge ladies, you're gonna love it because you're gonna get a little bit more height. Every time my daughter wears these, I'm like, wow, you've really grown. And she's like, well, I have, but I also have my platforms on. I'm like, that's what it is. You're
and
so
how
tall.
old did you say your daughter was?
Well, that daughter is my 9-year-old daughter, and then I have a 15-year-old daughter too, and that really speaks to how timeless Birkenstocks are, because it doesn't matter what age you are. Right. We all love Birkenstocks because they are iconically cool, but everyone wants to be comfortable, and they really have made a resurgence, especially with the young kids. But I will tell you, the way they wear them that's different than us. They wear them with their socks.
Isn't that? And I've seen it too, and I love it. I actually absolutely adore it. You'll see them with gym socks on, or they'll wear knee-high socks, which are really cool with them. People I have seen, if you live in a cold climate, even wool socks. And again, that's kind of back in the day when there's a couple basic styles, but once you start wearing them, there are people who want to have them on their feet for the rest of their lives. And we're not kidding, Amy, right? I mean, there's stories where people will wear nothing else. And they were so desperate to keep wearing the Birkenstock, they would wear their sandals in the dead of winter. Now, Birkenstock realizes, oh, we might want to offer that, and they did eventually. But that's the dedication you have to that footbed. Trust me, once you go here, you're just like, oh my goodness, you know what? You don't know what you don't know. like once you try it and your foot starts to mold to your foot and it gets comfortable and you're really, like it's not uncomfortable, it's just a different feel, right? But once you get that molding to happen, and it doesn't take forever, all of a sudden you go, oh, I get it. Oh, now I know why everybody loves Birkenstock. Okay, stay on the line for this one as well. We have 5 flex and free shipping for our show today. So certainly take advantage of it. Maybe add a new style or try Birkenstock certainly for the first time. All right, ooh, wait to see the next ones. Oh, we're going uptown. You ready to go uptown? Okay.
Uptown.
Just online we're doing that? Okay, got it. All right, so can you guys do me a favor? Can you bring out, what was the most popular? Was it my fun fondant pink? Do you guys have, can we, this one? Okay, can you guys throw maybe the eggshell out? I just want to show the plastic buckle because it's so cool. Do you happen to have that handy dandy? They're gonna go get it. Okay, good. There's 3 colors. There's black, there's eggshell, which are the 2 most popular colors, and then the fondant pink. Reminds me of a cupcake. I'm just praying there's some of you out there gonna try it. Thank you, darling. But here's what I want to show you how cool these are. First off, this is a classic Arizona, okay? It's been around for many decades, right? But look what they did. This is the EVA, guys. This is the one that literally floats on water. You can do it in the rain, you can do it in the muck, the mud, the sand, the beach, the lakeside, wherever you go, in the shower, it does not matter. It's EVA, so it's really lightweight, but you have the famous footbed. But look what they did on the buckles on this one. They made them transparent. So it's kind of the cool summer vibe, you know, like, oh, I'm ready for summer, but I don't want to give up my Birkenstock footbed. Look how adorable this is. All right, you guys loved this one. This is the most popular one so far in the hour, $59.95. It's also the most affordable version. Just oodles of personality, just like you, right? All right, next up. Thank you, my love. This is cute. Okay, so now we're gonna go uptown a little bit. I kind of like this one. This one decided it need to go out to dinner, okay? This is the Arizona, which you just saw on the EVA, and this is the patent comfort sandal. So we're now talking patent for the summer. Again, a little more uptown. You think of black patent shoes. They're a little dressier. So I love this. So we start off on this end. You're seeing on the screen as well. That is going to be what's called the white patent. It's got kind of a brushed gold accent on the buckles to it. And there's only 120 even available in the white patent. So look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? Just a little bit of sheen. This next one is very classic, but I love what they did. How clever. They didn't do contrasting buckle. So again, if this needs to go to dinner, you need to go to a wedding, you want to dress up a little more, maybe you're going to sneak it into the office, because it's not contrasting on the buckle, it has, I think, a much more refined look. Final 130 there, that is your black patent. And then finally at the end, this is the sand color, very true. But this again goes back to that whole taupe story. If you want a universally flattering color and a universally wearable tone in your shoes, you got to try taupe. Just trust Aunt Susie on that one, I promise. All right, sizes in this one, once again, we go 5 to 11. Oh, so this is really fun. They kind of went a little dressier using the patent leather.
Yes, they absolutely did. I couldn't agree more, Aunt Susie. I'm all about a taupe shoe too. You were talking about it. First of all, it elongates the body, but also I always tell people when you're traveling, don't worry about white or black or brown. Just get a taupe shoe. Great. It will literally go with everything. So you and I are on the same page there. But you're right. This is a very elevated, very elegant take on the Arizona. Simply by changing the sheen of the upper and giving you that patent, it really dresses it up. Also, you have that lovely contrast gold buckle on the taupe and the white, and then the black that pairs back straight to the black. So lots of options here. What I love about Birkenstock as a whole is they are a perfect outfit completer. So it doesn't matter if you're wearing dress, jeans, shorts, a suit even I've seen them paired with. They just magically look very chic, and I don't know if that's the European fashion of it all, but they really are that much of an icon that they can really complete any outfit. But love this patent. It definitely has that beautiful sheen to it, and it definitely is on trend for right now as well, which to me, patent is timeless. I mean, we always love a patent shoe. So really beautiful, and of course you still get the DNA of our brand, that contoured footbed, everything that you know and love that's going to mold to the bottom of your foot and really create that custom support, supporting every angle, every curve of your individual feet.
Look at that. And there's a great example of it too. In fact, I like this shot, I think, better. Watch. Look at the cup. Look at the cup in the back. Look how deep that is. I put my finger back there. Why is that such an important aspect of the shoe?
Yes, well, you really want to have that nice deep heel cup so that the contours can really rise up and support every contour and curve of your foot. So you have the deep heel cup that gives you the better arch support. It gives more room in the contour footbed for that support to your arch. That wide toe box, of course, allowing your feet to stretch out to their full potential so that you have appropriate gripping ability and alignment. All of it is designed to align your body for its best health and wellness.
All right, and again, patent. This is the one that needs to go to dinner with you tonight. Like, oh, take me out to dinner, please. I feel a little dressier. All right. I promise you're getting a whole lot in this show, all right? So we're gonna wrap up on our patent. Again, $115, and we have 5 flex and free shipping. Sure, can you get Birkenstock elsewhere? Yes, but they're not gonna give you free shipping, and they're certainly not gonna combine that with 5 flex pays. And if you're new to HSN, flex pay is super easy, and because we have a lot of you join us new, especially we have brands like Birkenstock on the air. Use a major credit card. We're gonna spread your payments out over 5 months, but you do get it right away. Ooh, look at this. We got a triple. This is a triple decker. This is called our Florida sandal. And again, we got great color choices. Actually, we have a color you haven't seen in this one. Your first one over here is going to be your classic pearl white. Again, it's such a soft, nice white as opposed to a stark white. And it does have a little bit of a pearlized finish on that. Look, oh, thank you. Oh, that's a great shot. Thank you so much. And I love the copper color or the rose gold look of the buckle. Now, here's a color you haven't seen. This is called faded purple. So if you are a fan of purple, look how pretty that is. Gorge. Oh, there's only, do we have all sizes in it? We can't possibly. It's the final 40. That's it. We do? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have all sizes except 5, but obviously super limited. So if you want to get that new faded purple, I wouldn't wait. And then Sandcastle you saw earlier. Again, Amy and I could totally talk about taupe for 3 hours. There's 5 dozen less left in that. Yes. And we're missing size 5 in that one too, but you're good on all the other sizes. So this is interesting because why did they decide to do a triple band versus the single or the double that we've seen earlier?
I think it just gives you a lot more support as well. So if you really want that kind of full foot support, you have that option with the 3 straps. I love that they're narrow too. So you know with the Arizona, you have the big chunky straps and they support a lot more of your foot as well. But this is a little bit smaller, so we give you that extra strap. Again, another nod to a gladiator. It's just a really fun silhouette to have. I just wanted to open this up again so you can see that the straps are functional. You're gonna go ahead and adjust this to your individual foot when you get it in. And on the inside, you have that really lovely felt that keeps your foot dry, is super soft up against your skin. You never have to worry about breaking in the straps at all. Everything is super comfy from the moment that you slip them on. And then of course, that great contoured foot support that you know and love that really kind of mimics that feet in the sand experience of your feet being fully supported and every arch and angle of your foot really having a custom experience just for it. And what I love about this too, you know, each foot has its own arches, its own curves that need supported. So you're gonna get that custom experience from each individual one because it molds to your foot as you walk in it, as you live in it.
Right, right, which is, again, I've said it before, but it's so true. It's why people come back and have more and more pairs. Once, it's really, like I said, you don't know what you don't know until you try it. And then you go, oh my gosh, I get it. And here's what's so fascinating, Amy, it affects your entire body. It's not like, I mean, how many shoes do you wear that your entire body is influenced by this shoe? Now, we know if you're wearing a really high heel, ow, that would be influenced, but in a good way. Sure, I can wear tennis shoes, but they're not totally affecting my entire body. The Birkenstock, that's part of its fame, its kind of claim to fame, is that when you wear them, it literally positions your entire body in a completely different way than a normal shoe would. And Amy, if you don't mind addressing that one more time, I just don't want to miss how important that point is.
Yes. I agree, it is so important. Your traditional shoe might have some support, but it's not it's not molding to your foot and creating a custom experience. You know, we fit our feet typically into the shoe. This shoe fits to you, and it's all about mimicking that experience of the toes in the sand rising up to support you, and really giving you that custom and proper support that you need for that proper alignment. But you're right, every shoe has an influence on your body. What are you choosing? I choose health and wellness, and that's where Birkenstock shines.
Oh, that's a great point. Okay, and look at that too. We got a great customer pick on that one. You guys love it. Please read the reviews. A lot of reason that people shop for the Birkenstock with us, because we know you can buy it elsewhere, is because of our 5 Flex and the free shipping that we have. Oh, thank you. Sorry, that was not a very good kick. I apologize. I didn't get that very far, did I? All right, guys, everybody's loving the EVA. And we did not have time to be able to show you this one, but I definitely wanted to point it out because a lot of us want coverage. Well, what do you do for a summertime version of that? You do the famous Birkenstock Mule in EVA. And EVA is about what you're gonna see again. Super lightweight, you can get this muddy, you can get it rainy, it doesn't matter, it can take those elements. Now in the black, there's 100 left. Wow, it's almost gone. In the khaki, I have just 100 left. And then stone coin, I have 150. Wow, those are really limited. That is the most affordable shoe in our entire show, along with the one you're about to see. And the eggshell, we have 200 left. And light rose only 150. That's just a winner, guys. Like, it's a fun clog, it's easy, you still get the footbed we love, but it can take all the gunk from summer. You know, go in a puddle, get rained on, I don't know, whatever happens in your life, that can go to the beach, and it's crazy, crazy lightweight. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're doing a quick encore because this was the #1 most popular shoe in the show today. And we wanted to bring back for one last look the famous Arizona, which has been around for a long time. But again, let's make it summer friendly and summer fun, you know? Let's do EVA, which means you have this incredible lightweight shoe. It literally can float. You can wear it out at the pool, the lake, the cruise, I don't know, wherever you go this summer. It could be a puddle, it could be damp, wet, freshly cut grass, and you're not gonna hurt these shoes. We start off with the black. The second color, which I'm completely loving, this is the eggplant. And this is the one that if you are the fun person and everybody knows you are, you're getting the fondant pink. Now, I want you to see the buckles, because this is the first time in all the Birkenstock shows I've done where they've done these amazing transparent buckles, which just add to the playfulness. It's like summer's here, let our feet be free, and let's show off some really cute shoes all at the same time. Again, just like my clogs, the mules, this is the most affordable shoe that we're featuring in our hour today with 5 Flex and free shipping. All right, so Amy, if you don't mind, just a quick encore. You got me at the buckles, girl.
Yes. I know, the buckles are so cute. They're kind of giving me like jelly vibes, you know, very water friendly. Obviously, the entire EVA line is water friendly. Every time I see somebody show up in a pair of Birkenstocks and I can tell they wore them in the water, I cry a little bit. I'm like, you're not supposed to put them in the water. And they're like, well, they're sandals. Yes, they are sandals, but we have a sandal specifically for the water. That's the EVA. This gives you all that contoured foot support that you know and love. It actually has a little bit of cushion because the EVA just kind of naturally is a foam, so it gives you a little bit more cushion. You have all the great grip on the bottom of the outsole that's just like our traditional Birkenstocks. You can really wear these anywhere. So this is what I send my kids off to the pool in. This is what we wear as a boat shoe. This makes a great shower shoe for all my college students out there, or even if you just wanted to wear it instead of a slipper as a house shoe, it's perfect for that as well. I wore this all around Europe. It's great to pack because it's lightweight and gives you all that support. It's the perfect summer shoe, and you're right, we live in Florida, so there's afternoon showers almost every day during the summer. So this is the shoe that I'm wearing in the afternoons, not my traditional Birkenstocks, but keep them in your pool bag. Keep them in your back seat. You never know when you're going to have a little rain shower. Oh, exactly. Guys, with our FlexPay, you get this home for $12. Pay it off in 5 months. You're getting free shipping. I think we have all the sizes. And again, this is 5 through 10 in this size. If you're a half size, go down. But it's one of 2 of the most affordable shoes that we showed during our afternoon together with Miss Amy. So Amy, I got to let you go. Thank you for hanging out with me today. So great hanging out with you again, Suzanne, and thanks for joining me for a fun hour of Birkenstock.
I love it, and please, in my heart of hearts, take this, post a picture so I can see you in the fondant pink because I think it's so cute. All right, Aim, bye. Thanks for hanging out. All right, guys, coming up, we're going to head back down to HSN South, and we have Professor Amos coming up with Natasha. Thanks for hanging out with me. Sarah's going to take my spot tomorrow from noon to 3, and then I'll be back on Thursday, 3 to 6-ish. So I'll see you then. Have a great day, and there's more, of course, on HSN just for you.
Tonight we do it again. Let's let the rhythm flow.
Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love. Because when you're an HSN card VIP, the perks are all yours. And who doesn't love extra perks? Like 12 to 18-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on items that you love all day, every day. And HSN card VIPs enjoy extra perks. Oh, if you apply today and if approved, you could get $25 off your order. So, are you ready to jump in? Give them a ring or visit hsn.com.
I cannot run out of these products. So I'll let you in on a little secret. I have them on auto ship. It's the best way to stock up on all the items I love from HSN. Regular deliveries come on my schedule. And the price I paid is locked in. Auto ship. Get more of what you love when you need it.
We have a special offer for you. Take 15% off your next single item purchase when you sign up for HSN Tax. Plus, stay up to date on the latest promos and events. Love to save? Just text HSN to 70514. Happy shopping.
The stars have aligned on QVC Plus and HSN Plus for season 2 of my late night talk show, Busy This Week, hosted by me, Busy Phillips. Tune in every